It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. To throw on third down, Dawson got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Henry. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The Vikings at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's able to get it down, and now 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Dawson. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes, because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 107 yards, and the touchdown.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he's off to a hot start here in his first month, and those are the kind of performances you expect to see going forward.
From the 30 on second down, Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Herbert throwing again. He'll go right back to St. Brown. On the move past the 40. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Herbert now. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. This defense for the Vikings, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Out of the gun, Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touch.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
As that ball got away.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Someone's sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive, it comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 64 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Dawson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone. Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points. Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. On 2nd down now, Atkinson. And this will wind up a Lions 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground. Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball? Absolutely. You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. They'll keep it on the ground. Atkinson, and the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long. I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw complete there to Smith. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they? No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there. Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too. A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball. From the 44, Herbert. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. Here's Herbert. Across the middle, he's got it complete to St. Brown. And he'll